Hey everybody, we have sad news coming from Ghana. This event happened 2 hours ago. Ghana helicopter crash claims 8 lives, including 2 cabinet members, have died. On 6th August 2025, a Ghana Air Force Z9 helicopter crashed at Adansi, Sikaman, killing 8, including Defense Minister Edward Omane Boama and Environment Minister Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed. Earlier this year, Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, Minister of Environment, Science and Technology, led efforts against illegal informal gold mining as Mohammed was serving in that role. Authorities confirmed that around 9 a.m. the helicopter lost contact shortly after departing from Accra, with 8 on board, including 3 crew members and 5 passengers, and no survivors. Amid national grief, President John Mahama declared a day of mourning and ordered flags at half-mast across government buildings as investigations begins. Ghana Armed Force said investigation into crash have commenced and grounded all Z9 helicopters, with preliminary findings suggesting possible engine failure. All right, guys, I think, first of all, sending our condolences to Ghana. This difficult time of the government of Ghana and the people of Ghana and all the families that have been affected by this tragedy. We're sending our condolences, and we're praying that the mercy and grace of God will cover all of you guys to go through this difficult time. Looking at this news, the second part of this news is very interesting because some people who died during this, Air Force crashed is Minister of Defense, but also Minister of Environment and Science and Technology. And it says that earlier this year, this Minister of Science and Technology, Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, he led effort against illegal and informal gold mining. He led an effort against illegal and informal gold mining. One of the biggest war or the biggest battle in the continent, the biggest and very dangerous fight anybody can raise upon, is the fight against mining sector. This sector is very sensitive. This sector is occupied by a lot of powerful people. And I've just heard today one of the ex-leader of ex-leader of the government of Tanzania was sharing about this. And he said something very interesting. I've never thought about this. I thought, he was saying that all these, even the foreigners we see in our countries, let's say Americans or Chinese or Europeans, when they come and opening up all these mining industries, mining companies, sometimes they're not even the owner of that. Sometimes the owners are actually the leaders here in the countries. But they use them to open the companies here because they cannot really open by themselves, right? So they use them to come and to invest in the country like that. But eventually all the money that is coming is going back to them. They hire them. And I've never thought about this, that this is the level of wickedness that our own leaders or our own people can go through and that's why, to benefit from all of this. And that's why you see Africa is blessed with so many minerals, but we don't benefit from it. Ask yourself, with everything that we know about Africa and how rich it is, why Africa will remain the same? Why we never move forward? The easy answer is that there's a very few people who are benefiting from this. That's why you see people who are prospering, people who are shining, people who are walking around the street, driving around the street with the cars of, $100,000 cars, millions and millions of dollars cars are leaders, $1 million houses our leaders. These people are billionaires, not in our local currency, but in US dollar money. So when you stand as a leader of Africa and fight against the mining sector, an illegal or informal or whatever related to mining, you are declaring a war with so many powerful people, and they're not going to let you slide. So I'm sharing these details because in this news, they pointed out these details. I'm not assuming anything. I'm not concluding anything. You know, so so far, we don't know the details of this accident. They think it could be just the engine failure. We don't know the details. I think we'll know. You know, the investigation is still going on. But I think, you know, the Minister of Defense and the Minister of Environment, Science and Technology is the one that have been targeted. And they died now. They died now. So the question is, that's why in so many other governments, you have leaders who are mediocre. They're not really fighting for their people because they are afraid. You see the leader of Burkina Faso, how all the time people are attempting to kill him because he's working for his people. So the easiest way in Africa is that you just don't need to fight for your people. Then you'll survive. So surviving of our leaders in the continent is not a good sign. It's a sign that these people are not really giving themselves up to fight for the betterment of the people. Because if you fight for them, then you'll be targeted and you'll most likely not survive. It is a difficult job. It is almost impossible job. So in order for us to win this war, we need to come together. We need to hold our hands together. We need to fight together with everything we got. We need not to let go of each other. We need to stand still and to fight together. Not one individual. We need to fight together for the betterment of our countries. This is the only way for us we are going to overcome. This is the only way we're going to win. If we just send one minister, they're not even scared about ministers. They're not even scared about the presidents. But what they're scared of is the unity. And we need to come together to fight with everything we got. Guys, I might be coming back to talk about that in details. But for now, I'm sending back my condolences to the lives that have been wasted. And I think it's going to be a tough time for Ghana because of this true tragedy that has happened today. So please, for Swahili Nation followers, please leave your comment in the comment section. Let Ghanaians know that we are here and we're standing with them and you're with them in this difficult time. All right. Talk to you soon. God bless.
This is the journey to One Africa.